What's going on, everybody? Andres Ramirez here from Soul Properties. I'm here with Mauricio from Remax Mile. How are you today, Mauricio?
Doing well, doing well.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been a real estate agent with Remax Central for the past 6 years, since 2019, and I've been growing with El Salvador ever since. Seeing the changes and just living it.
What would you say is the main change you've seen in the last 6 years since you've been with Remax?
Definitely the safety in all these neighborhoods that used to be dangerous, all these places that were no-go zones. Uh, Now people are able to enjoy their own country that they've never seen before.
And in terms of real estate, what have you seen? Do you see what type of people do you see buying here? Are a lot of foreigners buying? What's going on in El Salvador?
Definitely, real estate has been very attractive, right? A lot more ecotourism in the beaches and the mountains, in different towns, especially also in the city. Foreigners are buying, Bitcoiners, people who are looking for their plan B to escape socialist countries, escape non-conservative countries. And then Salvadoran expats are looking to come retire in a country where they once fled.
And can you tell a little bit the reason why some of those people fled years ago?
They fled in the 80s and the 90s due to the Civil War, and also in the early 2000s because of the unsafety. Of the dangerousness, right? And now they're able to come back and establish their roots again, or get in touch with the roots. They still have family members. Now they're able to come and reconnect, and improve their lives, and also set up their retirement fund.
And you still find that a lot of people are coming here due to the cost of living in whatever country they're coming from, correct?
So in North America, especially, the cost of living has risen, and with 100,000, you can do a lot here in El Salvador, right? Whereas countries, U.S., Canada, with 100,000 is really not much.
Yeah.
Right. So you're able to come, develop that down here and enjoy a decent lifestyle, right? Safety, close to the city. You got lots to do, the mountains and the beach. So definitely, we are seeing that we're still a very, you get more value for your money.
Yes, correct.
Right.
And with that being said, I think something people underestimate when they visit El Salvador is that if you are trying to live a lavish lifestyle, you could pay almost as much as the United States or other places, correct?
Man, if you want to live a lavish lifestyle in El Salvador, with $3,000 a month, you live a lavish lifestyle here in El Salvador. Definitely. I don't know other places where with $3,000, and that includes your living expenses, food, going out, gas, a mortgage payment, a car payment, whatever. With $3,000 a month, man, you're living well. You're living well.
Are you dealing with a lot of retirees, you said, that recently that are coming back?
So a lot of Salvadoran expats, people who have ties. Let's say a guy married an American woman. They're coming back, and they're all loving it because, like I said, you have different amenities. You have the beach, you have the mountains, and a whole bunch of towns to explore. And especially now that San Salvador is attracting a lot of events. We just had the Iron Man.
Yeah.
We just had the Shakira residency. And a whole bunch of concerts that are coming the rest of this year. A whole bunch of events that are coming later on this year.
Yeah, due to the safety, there's more concerts happening here. Shakira was originally scheduled for 3 dates, I believe.
Correct.
And they ended up doing 5. People from all over Central America, even South America, came here to see that concert, which is pretty crazy. And we're talking about soccer stadiums here. We're not talking about small venues. We're talking about soccer stadiums. She did 5 shows. In terms of foreigners, let's say you're not a Salvadoran, can they purchase here, or can they get a mortgage, or how does it work?
So anybody can purchase real estate in El Salvador. All you need is your passport, and with your passport, you solicit a tax ID, which you can easily do online. And with those 2 things, you're able to purchase property, and it's the same taxes for everybody, whether you're Salvadoran or non-Salvadoran. It's a 3% tax on the purchase price, and about 1 to 1.5% on the registration and the lawyer fees.
Okay.
So you're looking between 4 to 4.5% total on closing costs.
And what do you see is the benefit to purchasing El Salvador, other than the mountains, the beach, and everything, and the safety? What else would you say is like a benefit for someone who's thinking of purchasing it?
One of the benefits I would say is if you look at it from an investment point of view, you're still early enough to get equity. I believe personally, professionally, that our peak is going to be around 2028, 2029.
Okay.
Right, so we're still climbing towards that peak, and you still are able to find opportunities. Right, there are, in the masses, you are going to find a lot of fluff. You're going to find a lot of overpriced, but if you take a moment and look diligently or seek professional help, you are able to find opportunities that are super reasonable.
And we were recently talking about some pre-construction projects. We don't have to mention names, obviously,
Okay.
but making sure that you're contacting the right builder.
Right.
There has been some builders who have had issues with their projects lately, and I think that's why it's important to work with someone professional like Mauricio who knows and has those connections to find out what projects are actually, building their product well, right? What do you have to say about that?
So there are builders that are new to El Salvador, right? They don't have a track record here, right? And they can say, oh, they build in Guatemala, but unless you go to Guatemala, you're able to find out if the quality of the construction. Meanwhile, there are construction companies that do have a track record that you're able to see the proof by going to the building, asking the right questions, right? So that would be one of my main suggestions: is purchase an apartment, condo, whatever, from a reputable builder.
And in terms of tourism, the last couple of years, I guess we can say 2022, 2023 is when the tourism started bumping up.
Definitely.
And what are those numbers looking like, or what would be your projections or your guesstimates?
So on average, year over year, and this is based on the Department of Tourism, our tourism has grown 20 to 30% year over year, consistently. Airbnbs are booming, and every time we have these events, for example, the Shakira concert, and we're seeing that when our down months used to be February, March, September, October, those used to be our down months. They're not down months anymore. They're just regular months, just like every other month of the year as far as tourism goes. So we're seeing a very steady tourism rate coming down consistently throughout the year.
So with what's going on geopolitically in other countries, we were talking about other countries having issues with certain things, whether it be politics or resources or even just the cold weather. Like, think about it. Canada and the United States had a huge cold front this winter, and I saw the difference in the ticket sales for flights back. Right? So I first purchased my ticket to come here, and then looking at my flight to come back, since there was a delay between that, there was a cold front happening between like a gap of like a month. Very cold weather. We're talking all over Canada, and a lot of the United States felt a big difference. More people are coming to El Salvador, or the couple countries that are relatively safe or very safe and have good political climates, right? So you'll see that the number, that 23% might even go up even more, I think, this year and even next year, because there's other countries where people are second guessing, right? We're not going to name them, but if you check the news, you can see for yourself. But I see a huge potential in El Salvador, maybe like one or two other countries of Latin America. What's some things you'd want people to know other than real estate that they should think about or research before they come to El Salvador?
I'd say one of the things, and a lot of people who have come down here can prove, we're very nice people, very warm people, friendly. We're always down to help, right? We enjoy the outside exposure, and we try to learn from other cultures, right? And if you want to do research, YouTube is great. You're able to see the beaches, the mountains, new restaurants, people walking through the city through other people's eyes before you come down here. And then if you eventually do decide to come down here, you're going to see firsthand, or what our culture's like, right? And all the new things that we have to offer, and, the safety, which is the number one thing people talk about.
Yeah, 100%. And I agree, Mo. It's good to do research on, obviously, depending on what your budget is, what you're trying to spend, what type of lifestyle you're trying to live here. You can get a breakfast for as low as $2, American with coffee, or you can be paying $30-$40 for a breakfast if you go somewhere lavish and
You
get some
wanna be
apps.
swanky,
Yeah. So it's good to really dig deep on the research. Again, if you have any questions, you can ask either of us. We know like we've had all type of meals, right? Like very
Definitely.
bougier meals and more simple, humble meals, right? Where you go to the neighbor who has a kitchen in their house, right? But yeah, anything else you want to say to the people before we end this video?
El Salvador is booming. We're thriving. You know, like I said, whether you look at it from an investment point of view, where you want to grow your money, or whether you're looking at it as a plan B, you know, our doors are open. Come check us out. Stay a week. You know, see if you like it. See if you can, you know, acclimate. And yeah, just give us a chance.
Perfect. We're going to put Mauricio's information right here in case you want to contact him, have any information about investing here, moving here. Any questions you have regarding real estate, feel free to reach out. Follow him on Instagram, and we'll put it here as well. Thank you guys for watching.